Hey everyone, how are you doing? Look, I'm all scruffy because I don't care. I'm out in Sedona, Early, you know, as in everywhere. Um, we're pretty spread out here, so it's not like a big, huge. Well, I mean, people need to be cautious, but I'm pretty secluded and isolated in my daily routine anyway. Hi, Pamela. Hi, Samuel. Um, but I just wanted to give you guys a little breakdown of, this is everything's very quiet right now, but I wanted to show you guys just some beauty, but also talk and give you guys a couple of quick pointers and tips. So we got some snow last night, and that was quite lovely. So that's not cocaine, that's not powdered sugar, that's snow. Okay, so I'm in Uptown right now, and everything's just very, very quiet and calm. That's Cathedral Rock out in the distance. And I'm, to give you an idea, this is what the parking lots in Uptown are looking like right now. My cute little car, yay. I was out here trying to find some boxes because I'm actually moving into my new place on Sunday. But I wanted to talk about some of the shifts that's going on within myself during this time, because I'm such a feeling person. I feel a lot, so I've had to really go into meditative states a lot more than typical, okay? Because I want to make sure that what I'm feeling is mine. And it's really important that, when we're around others and whatnot, to kind of know, like, during these times, especially when fear kind of moves in and anxiety moves in, people tend to spread themselves out thin, worrying about those who they love and whatnot around them. So I wanted to remind people that when you are worried and concerned about other people, there's, a little bit more potential for you to take on other people's shit because you care about them, right? Okay, and this is like no new news. This is like some real stuff, okay? People care. Moms, dads, cousins, aunts, whatever. People care. We all want to care. We all want to, be of support. My tip with that is that if you care that much, make sure that, of course, you're taken care of too, that you're doing what you need to honor and give you the energy that you need. Make sure you're getting good rest. Make sure you're eating good food. Make sure you're, doing what you can to make you a priority as well. Okay. It's so important with people who are energetically sensitive. And when we have not learned how to heal that response or the empathic response, it can be overwhelming. And that's when it's kind of like the too many frying pans, not enough burners effect as far as anxiety is concerned. Okay. Anxiety occurs when you are giving more than outward than you do to yourself, because what happens, you lower your frequency and vibration. This is what happens energetically. You lower your vibration, and then you become more susceptible to other people's funk. Okay, so then your body starts triggering the fight or flight response. And for me, during this time, not only in my own life, I need to make sure that I stay very, very clear, and that I have to kind of take a pulse. Like, hey, do I have the energy to help other people right now? Okay. And this is really important for all of us to do because, there's so many things that are on people's minds. I need to make sure that I'm navigating through this for me first. And then with whatever energy I have left, I'm going to make a video to try to reach out and help some people. Okay. So it's very important that we start learning in that way, and that we, learn to take care of our needs. It's okay to take care of our needs. It's okay to stop thinking about the random bullshit that you used to overanalyze about. I've been really looking at the beauty of silence and the beauty of peace and calm clarity that's coming with us. This is giving us time for clarity to break away from our regular patterns. I've been talking about energetic boundaries as being very important for a long time. And I find it fascinating that people are now kind of being forced to be in the energetic boundaries of their homes, because what that does is it stops the repetitive subconscious repatterning, because people were getting all sorts of, attached to on so many different levels. You see the herd of sheep moving one way, where somebody to do something else was completely different. Okay. So what's happening on an individual level is that people are starting to be more noticing of your own health. Most people in the world, in the country, don't even acknowledge their health. Okay? So now you kind of have no choice but to take care of your body, take a time out to breathe. So we can't worry ourselves to death. That's not going to do anything, right? That's going to create more stress, and it's going to lower your immune system. Okay? There is a scientific emotional response based on the way that your immunity works as well. Okay? So you guys have the time to either go into fear, or something that really helps me is actually going, this is such a great and much needed time for people to sit down and be with themselves and take the time to get to know you. When this is done and over, when that happens, who are you going to be? What changes are you going to make in your life? What will you notice becomes a priority? Because a lot of people are learning right now that what we used to work for is not really super duper important. What's super duper important is family, friends, well-being, and health. Where before, it was about money, status, ego, and separation and greed. Okay? That is not in alignment with this. Okay? So people who realize that the status, the egoic status that stemmed from the mind, the ways that we created our reality, and it's not your fault. We're programmed to be conditioned. We're programmed to watch the Super Bowl every February. We're programmed to complain. We're programmed to... When does that stop? It stops when people get forced to take a time out. It's like being on a timeout when you're in kindergarten. You did something naughty, go sit in the corner. Okay? Okay? Another thing, Andrea is mentioning struggles we're going through. Another tip, be mindful of the words you use. The word struggle, you can choose other words. Words have frequency and vibration to them. Okay? You are smarter than you think, stronger than you believe, and wiser than you could ever know. You are adaptable AF. You're a human being. If you lock yourself down in the identity of struggle, how are you going to ever be able to do well? If you are going to struggle through this whole thing, you're not even giving yourself the chance to adapt and to grow. Okay, so I'd love for you to, I know it's hard. Not everybody is in a good spot right now, but we don't get out of the tough spots by owning lockdown handcuffs. I'm fucked. I'm horrible. Like, that does nobody any good. It only will lower your immune system. It's ironic, I know. A lot of people have these subconscious programs or habits already ingrained. And this is why it's really important to move into a new direction, to take the time out from people you used to complain with. Okay? You know, this is a time to let go of things that were not serving you. Okay? But Yeah, no, I know, Andrea, but I want to move into, like, it's a good point to go there because, so if I were to declare, oh, my anxiety is crippling and I'm going to be horrible and I can't fix it, that means I can never fix my anxiety. Okay, because not only that, I chose to label it as an ego identifier. Okay, and as a hypnotherapist, it's actually very, very easy to let go and switch from an anxious space into a state of love. I do that with my clients. It takes about a half an hour. And they go, whoa, I don't feel any anxiety. I go, I know. It's because it was a habit. Okay? So when we give more than we receive and give to ourselves, that's when things are tough. So I'd like to invite people to also be mindful of, what's your energy output? Okay? If you're giving and giving and giving, why are you giving and giving and giving? Why do we continue to give? Okay? There's a lot of people that give for many different reasons. Some people give out of guilt. Some people give because others, it's just a habit. That's how we were raised. Some people give because we don't have a lot of self-worth. Some people give because we know that we can make a difference. And some people, it's a mix of all of it. Okay? But here's what I invite you to kind of think about. Is that if you had a budget, if you had an energetic budget of $1,000 a week, okay? Every person that you talk to about something bullshitty and just not really worth anything, and then it's like you give away $100, okay? And now let's say, oh, you got to watch that show that doesn't really fulfill you and actually just makes you more pissed at the world. And oh, I have to go watch some Fox News and that kind of depletes my energy. There's like another $500 you're giving away. Monday, Tuesday rolls around, Wednesday comes around, you're down to like $200. You're starting to stress out. Okay? Because your body and the cells have ATP. It's an energetic output, the amount of that you're able to give out to people. And when you start giving and giving and giving and giving so much, you actually deplete those levels. Okay? Now also, and this is a scientific thing, now as you give and give and give and give, and say you've just reached your max, oh, you did everything for all these people, but yet you didn't do anything for yourself. This is when the mind perceives warning, 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 warning. You have no more money in your budget. You have no more energy in your budget. Warning, warning. You have too many frying pans, too many commitments on that stove. Too many commitments. You've promised people so many things that now all of a sudden you naturally move into a state of fight or flight, into that anxiety space. Okay? And then people vibrationally get used to that. Okay? And so what also happens, sorry, I'm moving a lot because it's kind of cold. When that happens, people actually move, they stay much more in the mind. The mind is being fueled by adrenaline, by cortisol, and different other hormones that are supporting people in a state of fight or flight. The brain, and the way that the brain works, you literally start operating from a space of reaction rather than intention. So why people went to go get toilet paper? This is why. Because they were already in that state of fight or flight. Okay? They were already in that state of that fear-based reality, which many of our space, of our communities and whatnot in the United States are. Interestingly enough, I went to 4 different grocery stores to kind of get an idea of what's going on. Whole Foods still had tons of food. Safeway, shelves were getting a little bit more bare. Walmart, no groceries at all. And it's interesting because when you look at the different affluence of the price points of these stores and whatnot, you see different general populations. Woo! I almost ate shit. Okay. So, and one of the things I learned a while ago is like, If I want to start moving into a more state of abundance, I need to just try something new. I wanted to try quality over quantity. I wanted to try to do things a little bit better for myself. Instead of going and spending my last $20 on 500 packages of ramen that have no nutritional value to it whatsoever, I'm going to go buy a loaf of organic bread and some organic avocado. And I'm going to go buy some organic tomato and some spinach. And I'm going to eat something healthy. Because to the mind it goes, well, wait, the scarcity bit, I don't have enough. I won't have enough food. But this is when it moves into faith. To going, you know what? I'm here to learn how to grow and do something really, really important. And that is evolve into a new level of abundance, into a new level of adaptation. I need to go within my heart and pray to God that I am worth some sort of magical experience. What if this life is all about faith and reinstilling faith? Okay? People go, why are you so calm, Danny? I'm all, because I've been believing in shit that nobody knew about for a long time. My levels of faith are pretty high. I actually made a session for myself today. I was noticing some contrast. I was going into fear. And I had to acknowledge that I am the universe. I had to accept that I am the universe. I was not accepting that I am the universe in my physical body. So why, as being the universe, would I think in terms of scarcity or lack or fear? If I am God and we are all God and we're all creator, we're all creating our reality, then, and if we are the universe within on the quantum field, this is, my recollection on the science and the physics of the ways that our bodies work and our energy, I needed to accept the power of my being. And I needed to really accept it, to actually move into a state of deeper embodiment. When I say deeper embodiment, I'm talking about knowing that I'm safe to allow my energy to deeply integrate. And as my energy deeply integrates, I can actually move into a deeper integration of safety by doing new things, and growing more and more and more. A lot of people are just now waking up. A lot of people are just now starting to wonder about this awakening thing, getting hit with lots of information real quick. Okay? You can struggle in the ocean and try to kick and flip your legs and try to be good, or you can stay calm and float. Here's the thing, is that the outcomes may definitely be the same. But in the kicking and struggling and all that stuff, you are expiring and using up your energy. As you're using your energy, because your perception is that of fear and that you are not taken care of, you are negating any faith. You are negating your ability to understand that you are a powerful, strong, and capable human being. Knowing these times are here for us to adapt and grow. Okay? This is a very important time for us to move into our hearts and start learning new things, new ways of perceiving life. If you continue to talk about the scariness and the fear of this, you may as well be kicking and flipping all of your energy away and lowering your immune system. So I invite you to think about the beauty of how this is all contributing to you building a better and more healthy relationship with yourself. This is not about building a healthy relationship with other people. This is about you taking care of yourself and knowing that you're important. Okay? Everything's been put on hold for you to sit with yourself and to acknowledge that you are worthy. All those things internally that we used to go, I'm not worthy, or guilt and shame, I'm not good enough. Now's your chance to really start going deep into that stuff and going, wait, if I give to myself, a lot of those old emotions go away. When I start to pause on the giving factor because I fear that other people will not accept me, that's when my worthiness raises. People don't understand. They don't understand or know that I do about 2 hours at least of self-care on myself every single day. I've been doing that consistently for a very long time. I've been meditating for 23 years. Okay? I knew that this time was coming where things would start to shift, where there would be a separation versus the mind and the heart. And you have to utilize the mind in order to give your heart permission to breathe and activate it. So you can actually utilize your mind and go, okay, I choose to be activated in my heart, and I'm going to just trust that my heart can be open and more open than normal. As my heart becomes more open than normal, I can love more, I can receive more love, I can see more beauty, I can notice gratitude, and it may be hard, and that's okay. When people are in a state of fear, it's very hard to sit down and go, oh, I need to stop and focus on my heart. I get it, okay? But a lot of these times, understand that there's these different ways of being that are not talked about in our daily society. We live in a society that feeds off of you giving, taking, that you have no worth. It's called capitalism, okay? I'm not a naysayer about different monetary systems and whatnot, but in our society, we are programmed to know that you aren't worth anything. You aren't worth anything because you have a void. We're born that way, okay? But that's not what our souls think, and that's not what the angels think, and that's not what your spirit guides think, and that's not why we're fucking here. We're actually here to wake up out of that sleep into a new consciousness and realizing, you know what? I am worth something. I'm going to stand up for not being a victim anymore. In order to not being a victim, I need to understand what qualities must I embrace to not be a victim. That means I have to stand strong, speak my truth, be loud, take care of myself. That means I have to brush my teeth, drink my water, eat my food, healthy food. That means I have to surround myself with beautiful, wonderful people. That means I have to be totally responsible for myself, my actions, and be authentic with who I am, because anything that's not in alignment with truth is being purged to the surface for you to let go of. Will you let go of it, or will you cling on to it? That's the difference between health right now too. So a difference between health, and if you cling on to these things that are trying to be let go of and start analyzing the holy heck out of it, that's when it can lower your immune system and turn into illness. Okay? I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying this, wow, that's a big mosquito. Where did you come from? When you move into a state of letting go, if you just close your eyes and practice, what is that feeling of letting go? I just don't need to trip on this. I don't need to trip on that. Let go of the mind, move into the heart, and focus on faith. We're not good at it as humanity. We haven't been for a long time. We've been practicing in new ways for a long time. Okay? Faith. This is why a lot of people, scientists, don't believe in the healers, because a lot of it's faith-based. A lot of it's fucking placebo effect. But here's the thing. Just as there's placebo effect, there's also nocebo effect. This is really important to understand, you guys. And please share this video. A nocebo effect is when something negative is suggested to you, and then it affects your body in a negative way, thus requiring more energy, thus moving yourself into a lower frequency and potentially into a state of illness. As a hypnotherapist and working with subconscious mind for a long time, I've been very, very, very aware of negative suggestions that people give each other on the internet or in the news media or whatever, okay? So just know that there are lots of different subconscious things that's wrapped into a person's state of emotional well-being and health, okay? A nocebo effect I'll give an example. If you are at the doctor's office and if you are told you have cancer, but you don't have cancer, it's actually been proven that that person can develop cancer by being told these things, because the mind starts interacting and then you start developing chemicals and then you start moving into a state of misalignment. Okay. And then you allow that to happen. So I want you to kind of take that into effect of knowing, okay, cool. It's great to know that you're worthy of health. You're worthy of your vigilance, but let's make sure that your belief systems and the way that you relax are actually up there as much as you have toilet paper. When people were grabbing all that toilet paper, I was like, screw y'all, I just need my Claritin. But, it's really important to know these things. So when we are suggested different things, it's so important to understand these mosquitoes, man, where did you come from? It's important to know that it's mind over matter. And when in the long run, a lot of it's just emotions that you're choosing to react to and overpower your life. Okay? And if it's just an emotion, what if you, instead of blaming that emotion for your discomfort, let's go deep here, what if you can forgive that emotion? Whoa, that's deep. That's deep. Fear, I appreciate what you're trying to do. And I forgive you. I forgive myself for ever giving you more power than what is here within me. Okay? Shame, I forgive you. I appreciate what you're trying to do. I appreciate the guidance you're trying to give to me. But I'd like to find a new way. Guilt, I forgive you. I forgive you. I appreciate the fact that you were teaching me that judgment was a means of protection. I forgive you, for I now prefer innocence. I prefer to live in a new, freeing way where my heart can breathe. Scarcity. Thank you, scarcity. I forgive you. I forgive myself forever acknowledging another person's wounds and moving into scarcity mentality. I want to know that I'm enough. What do I have to do in order to be enough? Forgiveness. Try forgiving things that you wouldn't typically know how to forgive. Most people don't even know how to forgive things. Okay? When you can forgive states of being, when you think about it, the reason why is because you spend time blaming states of being as a state of discomfort. So, and of course, if you blame a state of being, that state of being only becomes more powerful, right? So you're basically learning how to be a ninja with the states of being stuff. So anyway, I just wanted to give you guys some tips, okay? I also want to let you know Monday night, I'm going to be leading people. Wow, you're monster mosquitoes. I'm going to be leading people into a hypnotherapy session online to help people let go of anxiety. Okay. I don't experience anxiety very much at all, ever. If anything, I'll get into like a little bit of a state of overwhelm, but that's very rare. Okay. But Monday night, I'm going to be leading people into a co-creative hypnotherapy session integrated with the power of the voice that I have and the voice that I use. It's highly coded with very high frequencies because I'm very heart activated. Okay. But I also understand the way that energy works and the way that different things are perceived and how the perceptions intertwine with all these things. But this is a gift from me to everybody else in these times. So Monday night, we're going to be doing this. Okay, I'm going to actually create a little event, and then people are going to respond to the event saying, I want in, and then I'll send you the Zoom link. Okay, I was going to do it on Facebook, but I think it would be better using Zoom actually. Okay, so just requires your willingness to try something new, because obviously we can keep on, giving our fears all the power, or we can actually learn to adapt, to know that we can change the way our energy works. We can change the way that we think. A repetitive thought becomes a belief. A belief shapes your reality. If you change the way you think and perceive things, you can go, hey, this is working for me. This is here for me, rather than happening to me. You can react in a whole different way. You'll be looking at this whole thing in a completely different way through the eyes of abundance and love, rather than scarcity, fear, worry, and not enough. Okay? This is how I've done it in my life, moving through all my addictions and all of these other things that I've been through. And this is what I will continue to do. Okay. If you guys need added support or whatnot, I'm offering sliding scale discounts for people who are needing a little bit more intensive care. This is what I do with my clients too. Okay. So if you want or need some assistance and you really want to make sure that you're flowing through this in a really positive way, feel free to reach out. Theepichuman.com is my website. I also have some downloadable audio files for people. And I also have a lot of resources on my YouTube channel, which is Danny Picard Inspires. Okay, so I hope that this has helped you guys a little bit. I just gave you a lot of information. And it's okay, wherever you are at, we can claim a new state of being if we want, okay? And know that it's possible, okay? I've done it, many other people have done it, and this is why it's hard for people in a state of fear to understand why other people are doing so well. I used to be that person staring at people, going, how come they're doing good? I'm not, and it was very hard. But I realized, oh, wait, I was comparing myself to Buddhist monks. There's a reason why they were meditating. Oh, mindfulness. Oh, if you're mindful, then your thoughts are more chill. Okay. So anyways, feel free to reach out if you need assistance. Since I am no longer waiting tables, I have a little bit more availability with my work in the business that I've been doing for a while. So much love to everybody. Take care of yourself. More love, more love, more love to you. Learn how to love yourself in new ways. Say new things. These mosquitoes, dude. Seriously, what's up? Okay? What's up? All right. Much love, you guys. Bye.